All nurses to the nurses station.
Lawless country people are real close family. Lately some of my kinfolk don't get around too good, you see. When that doctor asked them, son, how'd you get in this condition? They says, hey, soft bones, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. They wanna know, Doc, why do you think I got some pain in my joints from years of playing hard in this life that's too short? When that doctor asked me, son, how'd you get in this condition? I says, hey, soft bones, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me all about it, Doc.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Ryan Molly, orthopedic surgeon, cutter of bones, entrepreneur, business owner, and most importantly, loving husband and father of 3 young, busy, and loud boys. I hear some running upstairs right now. But anyways, this is kind of a cool edition. This is our Christmas edition, and can't think of 3 better guests to have on one edition or episode than my 3 boys. So we're going to start out going youngest to oldest, and our first guest, his name is Luca Michael Molly. So, Luca, thank you for joining me.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing tonight?
Good.
So, the one thing that we do with the podcast is we always kind of start off by telling people who you are, where you're from. So that's your camera right there. Just kind of look into it and tell people who you are. Tell them your name, how old you are, where do you go to school, what you like doing.
My name is Luca Michael Molly. I go to Asbury, 3rd grade, and I'm 8.
8 years old. Awesome. Well, Luca, you thirsty?
Mm-hmm.
You want a little special something to drink? So the beverage break, we don't discriminate between the age of our guests. Obviously, we're not going to serve any alcoholic beverages to our minors, but Luca picked Sprite Zero Sugar as his little special drink for this episode. So it's going to be nice and refreshing. Oh, my. And did you shake that up?
No.
Yeah, I think you did. You set me up for that, Luca.
Mm-mm.
Why would you do that? My goodness. Was it Anthony? Yeah.
Wait, Tino is down here.
Tino. Yeah, because Anthony wasn't even here. He was over at the neighbor kids. That looks really good.
Sounds satisfying.
Sounds satisfying. That is the sound of satisfaction right there. Here, keep it in your hands because we have to do our cheers here. Okay. So we always start off and say, Well, Luca, thank you for joining me. I know you took a lot of time out of your busy schedule to do this, taking time away from your family, your kids, but we really appreciate you doing this. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that is satisfying. Nice and crisp and fresh. So, Luca, 8 years old, go to Asbury. You play some sports there, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sports do you play?
Baseball, basketball, and football.
So you're a 3-sport athlete.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make time to fit that all into your schedule?
I don't know.
And you're a full-time student too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's time management, folks. So what are some of the keys to your success to being able to play 3 sports? What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
No.
You don't? Do you have a least favorite?
No.
You kind of like them all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's start with baseball because you kind of mentioned that one first. What position do you play?
Shortstop and third base.
Yeah. And you're still playing kids pitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think you would add any other positions when you go to kid pitch?
Pitcher.
Pitcher? Yeah. You can throw the ball. I've seen you. You've got some heat behind that thing. And you like to slug the ball too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you going to hit some dingers this year?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And you just designed a glove earlier today too.
Yeah.
One of your Christmas presents. So you got a Rico customized glove, kind of decked it all out, the stitching, the laces, the embroidery, it's all custom, and he got to design the whole thing. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. What about basketball? What do you like about basketball?
Because Michael Jordan was the best player of all time.
Wow. That almost sounded scripted, but I did not tell you to say that, did I?
No.
No, not at all. And you play a lot of basketball in the basement. I mean, I'm staring right at the basketball hoop that I just saw you dunking on just a little bit ago, which I think we're probably going to see here in a little bit for the Sawbones Challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you just started playing basketball. Your first game was yesterday for your 3rd grade MYAA league.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to run some point guard, some number 2 and 3 guard. What's your favorite position?
Point guard.
Point guard. What do you like about the point guard position?
Because Steph Curry plays it.
Yeah. What do you like about Steph Curry's game?
He likes to shoot threes and he makes them.
So do you like to shoot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you got a little bit of the Molly genes there, because I always joke and say I never met a shot I didn't like. I was a shooting guard, and I think all 3 of my boys have pretty quick triggers in basketball. But yeah, you're wearing a pretty cool jersey there too.
Mm-hmm.
That's your Chicago 23 Jordan jersey. You remember who got that for you?
Travis.
Yeah, Uncle Travis got that for you several years ago for Christmas. It's nice because it still fits. I mean, that jersey's probably 4 years old now, I would think. But and football. What about football? What's your favorite position? Offense. What's your favorite position?
QB or running back.
Yeah, so you kind of like the ball in your hands, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what about defense? What do you like to play in defense?
Linebacker.
I knew you were going to say that. What do you like about that position?
You get to sack the quarterback.
Yeah, and you get to hit people.
Mm-hmm.
Tackle, right? So the big question is are you going to play tackle football next year?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully mom's not watching, but there's some differing opinions there. Mine is that if there's a time to learn and introduce the game, it's at a younger age where you can hopefully teach good fundamentals, good mechanics, good technique before the kids are getting too big and developing bad habits. So we'll see, but he's been wanting to play for a couple years now. Mm-hmm. So what about school? What's your favorite subject in school? Math. You're pretty good at math too. I saw you doing some like multiplication that I really don't think I would be able to do. You were asking me a really hard number, and it was like 30-some thousand, right?
30,049 times 3.
Times 3. So Jay, you can maybe.
90,147.
Is that the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jay, check that. Make sure to use a calculator. Maybe put that right up here.
I did a calculator.
Oh, jeez. So you already know it's right? Did you do it the right way before the calculator? And then you checked it with the calculator?
Yeah.
Okay. Or did you do the calculator first?
I did the answer first. I wrote it first and then looked it up.
Okay. Well, apparently, Jay, you don't have to fact check it, but we're going to fact check it anyways just to make sure you're accurate.
I got it correct.
You got it correct. He's pretty confident. I like that. So confidence is obviously not an issue for you. You believe you can do certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And what else? What's your favorite thing to do like in the summertime?
Play wiffle ball and basketball outside and football.
And football. Pull your mic in just a little bit closer. There you go. So wiffle ball, basketball, and football outside. So pretty much sports, right? We got to go out on the boat a couple times. That was pretty fun. Go swimming over on the bay just off Beach 11. I think I saw you up on that sand dune, weren't you? Did you climb up there?
Not all the way up.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Should we check the camera? Where's the flag? Check the camera. Replay. So what is your favorite food to eat?
Pasta.
You gotta speak up.
Pasta.
Ooh, pasta. So if you were going to get pasta anywhere?
Italy.
Yeah, you didn't even hesitate there. Yeah, there's no question. I think you're well traveled. We'll just put it that way. So that's a great segue. What we did our Italy trip last year in October with Grandma and Papa and the Beato family, and Andrea joined us, Auntie Andrea, and your mom and brothers, and it was an awesome trip. What was give me your top 3 things of the trip besides pasta?
To go to the town called Lucca. That's number 1.
Wow. So town named Lucca. Jay, we'll put that map of Italy kind of right here. And if we can, just get a little bit of lay of the land where Lucca is. And that's where you got your namesake. So when Daddy and Mommy were in Italy back in 2014, we went there, and I went there in 2009, stayed there actually. And I've been there about 3 or 4 times total, and very charming little town. The cool history. It was an old fortified town with a 30-foot tall wall that's 30 feet wide that goes all the way around. Still exists today. And it's like concentric circles. The streets are laid out like circles or ovals down to the town square, which is pretty cool, with little restaurants and cafes all around. And we got to walk on the wall, which was pretty cool, because now it's like a bike trail and a hiking trail.
Anthony's over there.
So, Anthony's coming down. He didn't get the memo that he was supposed to stay upstairs, but his time will come. So that's number 1. What did you like about Lucca so much?
It's named after me.
It's named after you, or you're named after it?
I'm named after it.
Yes, yeah, because it was around before you, but
way
before you. Yeah, like hundreds and probably 1,000 years before you. But what was number 2 on your list?
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That was really cool. Yeah, pretty amazing that tower and building can exist and not fall over, right? Colosseum. Is that number 3? Yeah. And you learned stuff like that happened in the Colosseum. What happened there back in the day?
They were fighting in the Colosseum.
They were fighting, yeah. Do you know what those fighters were called? They had a special name. So Colosseum. Gladiators, yeah. So that would be pretty scary, right? In there fighting kind of for your life. And, they would fight against lions and tigers. And then they would even flood the Colosseum and do like Navy battles and things like that out there, which was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But the food was pretty good there too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was very good.
Yeah. So why don't you ask me some questions now? Because normally when we do this podcast, we kind of ask questions back and forth. So,
what's your favorite Jordan that you have out
wow.
of your collection?
That's a good question. So he asked, what is my favorite Jordan shoe that I have?
We forgot to tell though.
Oh, we'll tell him. Yeah, he's don't worry. And he also said, "Hey, Dad, you have 98 subscribers. Only 2 more to get to 100." And I said, "Well, I think your episode's definitely going to push it over the top if it doesn't happen before that." But I have a feeling, watchers out there, subscribe. Encourage those that you share it with to subscribe so we can get that viewership up. These boys are checking it all the time. I don't check it nearly as much as they do.
And like.
And like it too. You want to like it. Maybe leave some comments. Mm-hmm. So you asked me what my favorite Jordans were of all times. So if you would have asked me 5 years ago, I always had the Jordan 4, the Breads. And they're still
2019.
Definitely in my top 3. I really, really like the Jordan 1s. Which pair of Jordan 1s? Probably the pair that I'm going to wear. Maybe I'll wear them for Tino's episode. I'm not sure.
Which one?
I have the Carolina blue and black toe, the Air Jordan 1 lows.
The ones that you were in today earlier?
No, those are different. Those are laser blues. Yeah, similar. But they're all black and Carolina blue. But this part, the toe, is actually black, which was kind of unique about that particular version. And then I would say
like you can
third page.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to do
12.
Oh, I'll just do 3.
Okay.
My third would be probably, and I don't have them yet because they're ridiculously expensive, the Jordan 11 Concord lows, the lows. I have the highs, the Jordan 11 Concord highs, but I like the lows. They're a lot more comfortable, and I just like the look of them better too. So let's hear about your shoes, and then I'm going to ask you a couple more questions too.
Mine are the Jordan 1 Concord lows.
And what do you like about that pair of shoes? I have a lot of things I like about it, but what do you like?
That it has the blue on the insole and the black that's like that.
Yeah, the shiny patent leather. So that was kind of a feature of the Jordan 11, the Concords. So that when they made these obviously came out way before, but they didn't have the patent leather, the Jordan 1s. They kind of combined the two. And they took the patent leather from the 11s and put it on the 1s, which is really cool. So do you know what pair of these are?
Jordan 5.
They're Jordan 5s. You are correct.
I don't know the name.
Oh, yeah. These are, that's a good question because I don't think I know the name either. We'll have to look these up. We can do a Google image of it.
Right here.
Yeah. So, Jay, I'll tell you what the name of it is, and you can just put that in there. I failed you. This is one of the first times I've worn this pair. So, I did not look to see which one they were. But what are your favorite 3 pairs of Jordans? Give me your number 1, 2, number 3.
The silly strings that I have.
Oh yeah, those are cool. And Jay will get you a photo of those. They're Air Jordan 1 high. Are they really called silly strings?
They're called messy room, but I call them silly strings.
Yeah, because it kind of looks like a silly string that you shot all over them. They're very colorful.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that number 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Off-white University blue Jordan 1 highs.
Ooh, off-white. You're getting specific, so not just white and Carolina blue. So white, off-white, University blue, Jordan 1 highs. Yeah. You don't have those?
No.
Yeah. Is that a hint?
Mm-hmm.
And what about your third favorite pair?
The Chicago ones are those. The red and
So
black
the
and
breads.
white. Yeah.
Air Jordan 1 high breads.
Off-white.
Well, you'll be off-white. Oh, you like the off-white. What do you like about the off-white?
That, I don't know.
Yeah, just like the way it looks?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, ask me a couple more questions. What else do you want to know about me that you don't already know?
I don't know.
You know my favorite food. We just had some of them earlier.
Oh, chicken wings.
Chicken wings, yeah. Just pull that mic up just a little bit. Okay, so chicken wings. Any other questions? I got a couple more for you.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yes.
Okay. So you got Christmas coming up. All right. What are some of the big things on your Christmas wish list? Maybe just speak right into that mic and try to speak loud.
New Jordans.
New Jordans. Okay. You're probably looking for that university blue and
No.
off-white. No? Are they really expensive? I haven't even looked at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much are those? I don't even want to hear. Don't even tell me.
You don't want to.
I don't want to know yet. Okay. What else?
Some new Jordan sweatpants and maybe sweatshirts.
Like hoodies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So Jordan gear, essentially.
Yeah.
Where do you get this like passion and why do you like Jordan stuff so much?
Because you.
Yeah, well, it looks good on you. I'll tell you that. You pull it off well. So
Yeah.
probably pull it off way better than I pull it off. So, we just had Thanksgiving. What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving, like meal-wise? What's your favorite food?
Turkey and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, do you like stuffing?
No,
Really?
never tried it.
Oh, my goodness. You don't know what you're missing out on. You got to get some stuffing, put some gravy on that, the mashed potatoes, the turkey, obviously. I'll throw a piece of ham on there. Do you like the ham? Yeah, you were just eating that, just grabbing it like me. And what in life are you most thankful for?
Family and shelter.
Family and shelter. That's a very good combination of things. And you know what's even better than family and shelter?
What?
When you're in your shelter with your family, like tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's a family night.
And right now.
And right now, right? The moment. I like that. It's the right now. Sometimes you think about like, oh, this was a great memory. And then you think about, well, we're going to do this for Christmas. But enjoying the right now, the present moment is one of the, it's a very profound thing for a 8-year-old to say.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you want to get your brothers? Well, I don't know. Yeah, we could say this because this will actually air on Santino's birthday, December 27th. So Christmas will have already happened. Or do you want to kind of leave it a secret?
Secret.
A secret. What are you going to get me? A secret?
Mm-hmm.
Probably should leave mommy's a secret too, just in case they get a hold of the memory cards.
Yeah.
And, we've done quite a bit of traveling over the years.
A lot.
Yeah. What was I'm going to take Italy out of the equation because we already talked about that. What's your second favorite place that we ever traveled to?
Maybe Sea Island, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. When you started saying Sea, I thought you were going to say Sedona. But yeah, Sea Island, you definitely like that. I remember you always telling mommy, hey, can we go back to Sea Island? Can we go back to Sea Island? So if you haven't ever checked that out, Jay, that's another great one to put right here. Sea Island, Georgia, unbelievable place, great resort.
13 hours away.
13 hours away. So when you drive, do you drive to Sea Island or fly? Generally drive? Yeah.
I can't drive.
Do you split it off with someone else? You can't drive? Because I was going to say maybe we could go and you and I could split the drive time.
No.
No? Oh, man. Well, I can't drive all 13 hours.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can.
Stop at a hotel.
Oh, okay. There you go. But we could get there quicker if we didn't stop at the hotel. And if you drove half the time and if I drove half the time.
I'm not driving.
Okay. And what else? You said pasta was your favorite food.
Mm-hmm.
How about some favorite
Fruit.
fruit? Yeah. What kind of fruit?
Mangoes, cherries, blueberries, apples.
What about strawberries?
Mhm.
What about raspberries?
Maybe.
Okay, but not blueberries are a big one for you, right?
Yeah.
But you also like olives too.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never seen a kid dig into olives like you do. So, what else? I had another good question for you too.
Okay.
Do you have one for me?
No.
No? You still thinking or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. People usually ask me questions about like what I do for a living, ask questions about my family. Oh, this is the question for you. Again, you talked about like where we went, but like, is there a favorite memory, like a favorite family memory that you have of like an event or somewhere we went, or it could be here, just something that you remember that always just makes you feel happy?
I don't know. When we travel as a family to Sedona,
That's a good one, right? Because we get to go on some hikes,
play football.
We played pickleball there.
Yeah.
We're going to go there again this Easter coming up. And the Meshas will be there. Our neighbors will be there same time. And, we do some really, really good hikes, but we eat some really, really good food there too. Remember Dalin DeLuca's?
The bread.
Dalin DeLuca's is that Italian place. Mommy didn't go with us because she wasn't feeling good last year.
The bread.
And we sat outside. Yeah, the bread was good, but just the food in general was good. And then Mariposa. It's another great restaurant. Jay, if we could put some of these up there. Dalin DeLuca, Mariposa. I think Mariposa is my favorite in terms of like a word. Do you know what aesthetics means?
No.
So aesthetics is kind of the way that something looks, like how visually appealing it is. Like it's very pretty there at Mariposa because you have the mountains, and I just like the architecture there too. It looks a lot like my office, kind of with the rusted metal and things like that. And then I'm trying to think where else did we. Those are the two main places that we've gone to eat. There's that Mexican place that we went, Mole, MOLE.
Breakfast place?
Yeah, you mean the one? Which one was that?
I don't know. I forget what it's called.
But it was in Sedona.
I think it was in the hotel.
Oh, yeah. It was in the hotel, and we definitely that was very good, very good. I can't. Chiachi. Chiachi, CHEIA with a little thing over it, and then CHEI. So yogurt and blueberries. You like that, huh? So, what else? Anything else you want to share?
I don't know.
So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get another one of your brothers. We'll do a little version with them, and then we're going to bring everybody down for a little Sawbones challenge. Okay, so I don't have to keep moving the cameras. Sound good?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. You did awesome. This is great.
The bread. Which one, Tina?
All right, round 2. Man, I barely survived round 1 with Luca, Michael, Molly. Now we have our second child, the middle child, Santino, William, Molly. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
So, same question I asked Luca and same question I've asked every single guest that we've ever had on this podcast is, first and foremost, the crowd is dying to learn who you are, what your name is, how old you are, where you go to school, and just a little bit about you. So remember to speak loud, speak directly into that mic, and let's hear who you are.
My name is Santino William Molly. I'm 10 years old, and I go to Asbury Elementary.
Good stuff. So you were born in December of 2012, December 27th, which is, by the way, the day that this podcast will air. It's going to air on your birthday, by the way.
Ooh.
So it's, ooh is
What
right.
does that mean?
It means that's when people will be able to see it. So until December 27th, no one's going to know about this episode. They may know about it the week before, but they won't get a chance to actually watch it until December 27th, 2023. So pretty special, right?
Yeah.
So you're the middle child. You have an older brother. You have a younger brother. You're kind of right in the middle.
Yeah.
But again, you said you go to Asbury, you're 5th grade. What's your favorite subject in school?
Recess.
Okay, so recess. You're one of those kids. All right, so now I'm going to take recess out of the equation. What's your favorite subject in school?
Gym.
Gym. Okay. Now I'm going to take recess and gym. What's your favorite academic subject in school?
Reading.
Reading. Yeah. Actually, you're an avid reader. I always catch you reading a book, which is awesome. I think you definitely get that from Papu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my wife's father, Jim Lee, let's put a little photo of Jim up there. Little Santa Claus love. He also has a December birthday. He's December 22nd. So 3 days before Christmas, and you're 2 days after Christmas. And then Jake Snyder, my PA, he's December 23rd, so 2 days before Christmas. But so Papu, that's grandfather in Greek, really likes to read. And I mean, he just blows my mind. He can read books so quickly.
Yeah.
You're a pretty quick reader too, though.
He probably reads maybe 2 books per week.
2 books per week. That's probably a good average. Yep, for sure. So outside of school, you're a pretty avid athlete, just like your younger brother, Luca. Do you want to tell people what sports you play?
I play basketball, baseball, and flag football.
Yeah, and you started playing golf this past summer, right?
Yeah.
So do you have, of all those sports you mentioned, do you have a favorite?
No.
Nope. You kind of like them all?
Yeah.
I like that. That's the same answer that Luca gave too. But right now, it's currently basketball season, right? And you're playing on a couple different teams. Your first game and Luca's first game and Anthony's first game for MYAA, which is a great organization. Another local shout out, Mill Creek Youth Athletic Association. Just every sport you can imagine. They have a great youth sports program. You guys played flag football through them. You've played kind of fall baseball through them. This year was one of the first years you guys did not play summer baseball with them, but you guys played travel baseball. So yeah, let's start with baseball. That's where we started with Luca. So who do you play for?
Outlaws.
Yeah, so the Erie Outlaws. And what position do you play for?
Third base and pitcher.
Third base and pitcher. Yeah, you've got a little arm on you. You can rifle that ball. What do you like better? If you had to say, I'm going to take one position, is there one that you like better than the other?
Pitcher.
Pitcher, wow. Seems like that'd be a very nerve-wracking position because you're out there by yourself. I don't want to say you're by yourself because your teammates are behind you, but there's just a lot of pressure in that particular pitch position, especially if you're having one of those games where it's just not going just perfect. It's great when everything's going great, right? And you're in your zone, but what do you think about, before we do that, I want to get you some Sprite in your system. Can I get your glass?
Sure.
And look, we got the Hey Sawbones glasses here too, so if you can zoom in on that. This is one of the first episodes that we're actually using these for, so a little souvenir fitting for the boys to get the first souvenirs too. Okay, so there you go. Here, we got a cheers. That's what we do. Salud.
Salud.
Okay. So what do you think about when you're on the mound and things just aren't going great? And maybe you're missing your pitches and it's hard to throw a strike or they're hitting the ball left and right. How do you get back in the game?
Sometimes I just gotta throw my curveball, and then if they hit it, I have to trust my fielders and outfielders.
Yeah. Is there anything that you think about, like when you get nervous, to like maybe make you not nervous, like mentally? Is there anything that you do?
A deep breath.
Deep breath. Yeah, that's actually a really good. So the last one I did, I exploded it. So I'm going to pull it out here. Oh, close to a repeat performance. We're going to do this in stages, Tina. I think we're safe.
Yeah.
I think we're safe. And this should get us through not only this episode, but Anthony's episode too. So hopefully I don't have to spray anymore on the nice floor in here. So, okay. So let's move on to the next sport here. You want to talk about flag football or basketball next?
I'll say basketball for the last.
Yeah. Okay. So flag football. What is your favorite position in flag football?
Wide receiver.
Why do you like playing wide receiver?
I can catch the ball well.
Yeah, you do have very good hands, kind of like Velcro on those hands, and you're tall, and you kind of look like a wide receiver, like one of those tall, lanky ones that can get down the field and reach up and jump up above a lot of the guys. You had some good games this season.
Yeah.
I think your championship day, How many games did you play? 4?
Yeah.
4 games in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Flag football. And you guys lost in the championship, but how many points?
In the championship?
Yeah.
By like 1 or 2.
1 or 2 points, yeah. But you guys had a great season. That other team was really, really talented. And you had a heck of a day that day, personally. How many touchdowns?
8.
8 touchdowns. Were they all receiving? Or did you have any interception, pick sixes?
I had 1 rushing.
1 rushing touchdown and 7 receiving touchdowns?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. Did you play quarterback at all, or?
I did, but I didn't really like it because my wide receivers couldn't really catch.
Oh, jeez. So you want to throw the ball to yourself?
Yeah.
No, jeez. Defensively, what's your favorite position in football?
Safety.
Yeah. Why do you like that position? I knew you were going to say that.
Because you get to guard everybody, basically.
Kind of playing a zone and reading the quarterback and seeing where the ball goes and potentially break up a pass or make a tackle, pull some flags.
It's like taking a step up from cornerback.
Yeah. So let's move into the last one, basketball. So what do you like about basketball? What's your favorite position?
Point guard.
You like point guard. What do you like about point guard?
Just when you go down the court, like you have like 3 options. You can continue to dribble, shoot, or pass.
Yeah, so the ball's already in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you, like Luca and Anthony, you had your first basketball game yesterday for MYAA, and then you had your first McDowell Sunday League game today against the other Asbury team, and you're 2-0 in your 2 games, and you guys did really well. I think your first game, you guys scored a lot of points in that. Both games, actually.
Yeah.
I think 50 in both.
40 to 9.
Oh, yeah, 40-9 was the first game yesterday. Yep.
50 to 34.
50 to 34 today. Yeah. And what's your favorite part of, say, playing offense?
Shooting threes.
Oh, geez. How did I know that? Where'd you get that from? Who kind of inspired you to shoot threes? Do you have like a mentor or role model?
You and Stephen Curry.
Me. Yeah, me and Stephen Curry. That's probably the only time you're ever going to hear those 2 names said in the same sentence. But thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was definitely, during Luca's little episode, I said, I noticed he's not afraid to shoot. And you definitely are not afraid to shoot. And I say that with all respect because if you weren't a good shooter, I would say maybe look to pass more, but you're pretty deadly, especially from behind the 3. You had your game today. You had 4 3-pointers, and one was you about gave me a heart attack when you dribbled down, and there's like 11 minutes left in the game. No reason to shoot it. He's point guard. Nobody's guarding him. Could have just taken it right to the hole when he pulls up literally 10 feet behind the 3-point line and fires it. And as the ball's in the air, I'm like, Tino, that's not a good shot. Swish. The ref looked over at me and winked. The other assistant coach looked over at me and goes, yeah, Dad, it's hard when you've got the results, though. And you kind of looked over at me, and you kind of gave me the little Michael Jordan shrug. Like, you remember when he was hitting all those threes against Portland? Yeah. You kind of did that to me. You're like, I don't know. So, and then defensively, what do you like about basketball defensively?
Like, you can steal the ball.
Yeah. Do you like playing on the ball defense, or do you like it when you're playing help defense? Like, say, the point guard has it, and you're guarding the shooting guard.
On the ball.
You like on the ball?
Yeah.
Easier to steal for you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza. So, favorite pizza of all time?
Where was that one place in... Wait, where are you... Like, place or toppings?
Well, we can do both. Like, if you were on a desert island somewhere and you were stuck there for the rest of your life, or at least you didn't know when you were going to get off the island, and you only had one food that you could pick for the rest of your life, would it be pizza?
Yeah, with cheese.
With cheese. Where would it be from? Like, you can pick from any restaurant you've ever, or pizzeria you've ever been to anywhere in the world.
Do you remember that one place in Italy when we just got to that second house?
The second house in the Amalfi Coast
Yeah.
in Ravello. Yeah.
That was so good.
We went to a restaurant there. Which restaurant was
No,
it?
we didn't go to a restaurant. We just got pizza.
Oh, we had pizza. Was it delivered?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good pizza. And we sat. We have to send Jay. I'll send you some photos of Ravello, our house there. That was ridiculous.
Can I make a shout out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Del Frisco's with your dream bread.
Oh yeah.
That
So
comes in second.
give them a little bit of context to that. So you said Del Frisco's Steakhouse. You've been to 2 different Del Frisco's now. Where at?
Charlotte and Pittsburgh.
Okay. And obviously they are known for their steak, but what was your shout out for?
Their dream bread.
Yeah. It's not really called that, but it's a great name. So Tino, when we went down to Charlotte. So last year I started a tradition with each of the boys where we do a daddy-son getaway. And it's just one boy and me. No mommy. She gets plenty of time with them, and she can do her little trips with them too. I think it's important that each kid gets a little bit of special time, and I really enjoy those times. So Tino and I, we went down to Charlotte, and we got to see
The Charlotte Hornets and Boston Celtics.
Yeah, it was a good game, right? Celtics ended up winning the game, but it was a cool experience. And we went to Del Frisco's, and it was just cool to be kind of close to where Jordan was, right? Because Jordan lives down in that area. And so what else? We talked about with Luca some traveling, right? Because we've traveled quite a bit as a family. Can you give me like your top 3 places you've ever traveled with us as a family?
Number 1, Italy.
How about? All right, that's good. That's a good number 1. And then I'm going to ask you some specific questions about Italy. But okay, Italy's number 1.
Number 2 is Sedona.
Wow, this is a pretty familiar list here.
And number 3 is Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, so that's different from Lucas. He did 1, Italy, 2, guess.
Sedona.
Sea Island.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I'm changing that with Sea Island at my 3.
So Mexico's number 4 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sea Island's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's go to Italy now. So we were in Italy for 2 weeks last October. What was let's give me your top 3 Italy places or memories.
Colosseum.
Is that your number 1?
Yeah. Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Okay.
And Amalfi Coast.
Amalfi Coast. So let's go through each of those. What did you like the best about the Colosseum?
Like, all the history in it, the gladiators, how they fight, and what their name were.
What about your number 2 was Leaning Tower of Pisa? What was your favorite thing about that?
Probably, like, how it's still standing there.
It's a pretty amazing feat engineering-wise.
Yeah.
And we actually went up in the tower. I'll send you some photos of that, Jay. Spiral staircase, which it was kind of weird because as you're going up and you get on the one side that's leaning, you could feel it because the stairs were put in, normally as if the building was straight up and down. So when you walk, the stairs are at an angle and you start to kind of fall into the wall when you go towards that one side. And then your third place in Italy was Amalfi Coast.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about the Amalfi Coast?
The amazing view.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We had a place, we were up in Ravello. There's a bunch of different cities in the Amalfi Coast, but we were up in Ravello, right on the mountainside. The VRBO that we had a swimming pool with a slide, right? Didn't have a diving board though, did it?
I think so.
Oh, actually both. I think it had a slide and a diving board.
Yeah.
But literally right on the edge of the pool, it was a cliff that just dropped off for like 1,000 feet. There was a railing, but I mean, it wasn't even like it was straight down from there. Yeah. And we did some hiking there. It was pretty cool because Denzel Washington, we got to see him at lunch.
Yeah.
He was finishing up filming for The Equalizer 3, which I just watched last week. It was really cool to actually watch the movie where that was filmed where we were. I mean, so many moments of that movie. I was just watching it and remembering exactly I was like, I was there, like the church that they show several times throughout the movie. So what else? Luca was asking me some questions. What questions do you have for me?
What was your top 3 favorite parts? I mean, what are your top 3 favorite vacations?
Top 3 favorite vacations. So, like any type of vacation or family vacation?
Any type.
Any type of vacation. So, I would say, and these aren't necessarily in order. I've been to Italy so many times. I've been to Europe quite a few times. But the very first time that I went, it was very special because I was by myself. And so I was, mommy and I just got married. It was 2008. And obviously I was missing her. So you would think you're going to be sad naturally. And I didn't know anybody there. So I ate dinner by myself every single night. And I had no money. I was up on the 8th floor of this hospital. I'm not making it sound very good. This 8th floor of this hospital, which the room was maybe 10 feet wide by maybe 15 to 20 feet long. There was a sink in there, and there was a very, very, very small fiberglass, cheaply made shower that literally had water dripping out of it like you could wring a towel. No water pressure, and it was ice cold. Not one drop of hot water. I did not take a hot shower the entire 6 weeks that I was at this place. It was called Grenoble in southern France. So I started in Italy. I toured around Italy by myself. I went to the Colosseum. I went to Mass at St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican, and went to Lucca, went to Cinque Terre. So I did a lot of stuff myself, and it was just a really beautiful moment for me, soul searching wise, to kind of find myself and really kind of be independent. I didn't have a cell phone plan that would take me overseas, so I had to talk to mommy. This was before any of you boys were born. I had to walk to McDonald's, and this sounds like one of those stories like, oh, I had to walk to school every day, uphill both ways, no shoes, in the snow. But it was literally 2 miles one direction to McDonald's. So I would walk 4 miles every day to McDonald's, then back, and I may get like a cheeseburger or maybe a small fry when I would get there, just because they had free Wi-Fi. The hospital had no Wi-Fi. So, and then I had Skype is how I would get in touch with her. So I'd talk to her for maybe 20, 30 minutes, get caught up. She was teaching at that point. Again, no kids. And then go home and, try to learn some French and back at it the next day working. And that was for 2 months.
I think you told me one of these funny stories when you were in France.
Pull your mic up closer to your mouth.
I think you told me one of these funny stories when you were in France. Like, you were asking one of the people for water.
Oh, boy.
And then you said one of the wrong things.
Yeah. So thanks for reminding me, Tino. But yeah, I was at lunch with, so I did an orthopedic trauma rotation there in November, December of 2009. So I was there for about 2.5 months because Karen and I spent Christmas there before coming back home. But I was at lunch and I was really trying to learn how to take French. And Mrs. Achenbaugh, if you're watching this, I apologize. She was my high school French teacher. My brain works very, very, very well with math, with science, with like anatomy, physiology, kinesiology, mechanical stuff. But language is not my strong suit. And my brain it doesn't learn new languages well. And it's a frustrating subject for me. So I took probably 3 years in high school and basically was able to go to Quebec. So I got a field trip out of it. Mm-hmm. But, when I went to France, I started doing some Rosetta Stone. And I finally got the courage up. I'm like, I'm going to speak French to these my coworkers. What are you laughing at? So we're at lunch, and I needed, them to pass the water. So I said, "Le raison, s'il vous plaît." And the attending and one of the residents, they say, "Excuse me, I do not understand what you are saying." I'm like, whew. And I'm probably butchering this too, but I'm like, "Le raison, s'il vous plaît." And they still had no idea. Obviously, I'm butchering it because they didn't know what I'm saying. I said it exactly how I'm saying it right now. And literally the night before, they were talking about water, and so I'm thinking, well, this is how to say water, and I kept getting it, and then I was getting so frustrated, and then finally I said, you know what, could you just pass the water? They're like, oh, you want the water? And then I was like, well, what did you think I was saying? They're like, the leçons, and I kind of spelled it what I was saying. They're like, we thought that you were asking for us to pass you a small gerbil or a hamster. And I'm like, you thought I was asking you to pass me a gerbil or a hamster at lunch? What was I going to do with it? Was I going to eat the gerbil or hamster? And obviously the correct way to say water, and leçons meant to like water the lawn. So it's not even close to the same form that you would say for, could you please pass the water for me to drink, which is de l'eau, s'il vous plaît. So I butchered it, and I'm not going to proclaim that I'm a good French speaker. What other questions? Oh, you asked me my 3 favorites. So that was probably number 1. I think obviously Italy with you guys last year, and these aren't in order. I think the Italy trip with you guys last year was my favorite all-time trip because my parents were there. The Beatos were with us. It was just really, really cool, really special. And we were there for 2 weeks, and we packed a lot in 2 weeks. And then third, I would probably say when Mommy and Daddy first got married, our honeymoon, we did a cruise. And for a while there, Karen and I did quite a few cruises. We enjoyed it. This is pre-COVID, obviously, but we did like a 10-day cruise, and we went out of New York City. It was cool because we left.
Did you go to Bermuda?
Bermuda was our first stop. Yep. So when we left New York, we could see the Statue of Liberty, which is really cool. Like most cruises leave out of like Florida, Tampa, Miami, Cape Canaveral, those areas, tropical. But we went going out of New York, so it kind of made you feel like and remember what my grandfather saw when he came over from Italy. Obviously, New York City's changed quite a bit since then. That was 1931 when he came over. He was only 19 years old at that point. And it's kind of fitting we're talking about this because his name was Santi Mali, S-A-N-T-E, or S-A-N-T-I. On the travel, the log where he came into Ellis Island, it actually was misspelled S-A-N-T-E, but it's Santi. And that's where Santino gets his name. So, yeah, and we went to Bermuda, and we went to a couple other islands down in the Caribbean. But it was just cool because it was just Mommy and I, and no distractions. Any other questions?
Where would you like to go on your next 3 vacations?
Next 3 vacations. Wow. So not including the ones that we already have planned?
You can include those.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to Sedona, right? In like Easter time. We're doing Mexico for like President's Day, long President's Day weekend with you guys. And then the next one I'm really, really looking forward to, which will definitely be probably in that top 3 list, is going to be Greece. Yeah. Is that something you're looking forward to too?
Yeah.
So this summer we're planning to do a 2-week Greece adventure because my wife Karen is Greek and her family, and we're planning to bring her family, cousin Stacy, her husband Pete, their 2 boys, Georgia and Nicholas. I'm sure Aunt Connie, Stacy's mother, will join us. I'm sure Georgia, Pete's mother, will join us. I'm hoping that Mary, Karen's mother, will join us, and Jim, Andrea will definitely be there. But that's going to be a fun trip.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, it'll be a lot like our Italy trip,
but more people.
Potentially, yeah. So let's talk about shoes. All right.
Okay.
So what kind of shoes are you wearing? We looked them up. Remember?
Like, I forget.
Oh, well, Jay has it on there. There was something dub, right? You're not like Luca, where he's very good about remembering all these things.
Yeah.
But show the camera. What do you like about these shoes? So these are Air Jordans. They're not like a specific number, but they have elements of different numbers on it. I definitely see an element of the 3.
And the 6s.
And the 6s too, right? I mean, you just see different features, but this part right here, this blue, that's definitely That's actually a 4. That part is a Jordan 4. So cool shoes, and they match your jersey and your hat. So you're wearing kind of the vintage, just like me today. We're kicking it back with the OG Jordan, the UNC Jordan number 23 with the Carolina blue, and then you got the Chicago Bulls Carolina blue hat.
Mm-hmm.
So good stuff. I'm wearing probably the ugliest pair of Jordans that I own. These are the Jordan 2 kind of universities.
Yeah.
And yeah, you like these or no?
No, not really. You should have wore your 3-year university blues.
I know. I was going to almost let you pick, and I figured you would pick those, or you would pick the Jordan 1s, the university blues with the black toes, but I don't know when else I'm going to wear these unless I have like my dad on the episode. Love you, Dad, but these are kind of dad shoe looking shoes, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think one of the boys said they look like Walmart shoes or something.
Luca.
Gosh. But they're kind of cool, actually. They're starting to grow on me. I actually just ordered another pair of Jordan 2s, lows, but they're a Christmas version.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be kind of cool. So they have like green back here, and they're black, and then they have some red in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So what other questions do you have?
What is one thing in your life that you haven't done yet, but you really want to do?
That's a really great question. Something that I've never done in my life, but I want to. Well, there's a lot of places I want to travel that I've never traveled to, but in terms of doing something that I've never done, I would love to skydive. And
That would be mine too.
well, we can do it together someday.
Yeah.
So obviously it would be terrifying, but at the same time, I think it would be so exhilarating. Just like that free fall, right? I just think it would be, again, the adrenaline pumping, the nerves, the scaredness, because I'm afraid of heights. But it doesn't mean that I don't do things because of it. What would you like about the free fall or the skydive experience?
Like how fast you go down.
Yeah, you kind of feel like you're flying for a moment too, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what would be cool is if we did it together and we could get we'd obviously be doing it separately, but with instructors, and then we do like the jump man pose.
Oh, yeah.
With our tongues out. Let's do it right now for a quick one. Do it simultaneously. You got to spread the legs, hand up, hold the ball, arm out. You just sit there. You're good. You can just sit there. And then the tongue out. There you go.
Refill on Sprite.
Yeah, put your mic in. So he wants a refill on the Sprite. So we have to get your diaper out for tonight. So, okay. Well, any other questions for me? I think what we'll do is we'll probably go get Anthony, and then we'll bring him down, do our quick little episode. I guess there was a couple other things that I asked Luca real quick that I want to ask you. So, we've got the holidays coming up, but we just had Thanksgiving. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Stuffing or pumpkin pie.
Oh, so you like stuffing. Because
Yeah.
Luca said he never tried it. I know. That's what I said. Maybe it's good. Then it's more for us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pumpkin pie too.
Yeah.
That's really good. I like pecan pie with whipped cream on it, but I also like pumpkin pie.
Lucas stole this big piece of pumpkin pie that was the only thing left, and it made me so mad.
Oh, my. Do you have any anger management coping techniques that you'd like to share with people? It's like Lamaze class over here. Some deep breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the thankfulness of Thanksgiving. What is one of the things that you're most thankful for?
Family and friends.
Family and friends. Common theme. Lucas said family and shelter. And I said the only thing better than that is family underneath the same shelter at the same time. And I said tonight's going to be an awesome night because it's all family, right? It's just you, me, Anthony, Luca, and Mommy here tonight. Well, and the 2 girl dogs. Mm-hmm. So, you good? Any other questions for me?
I'll think of one. What is your favorite pair of Jordans?
Wow. So Luca asked the same question. So I said I have 3 kind of top pairs. Jordan 4 breads. Those have always been like my favorite Jordans ever. The Jordan 1 Carolina blue, the University blue with black toes.
Why didn't you wear them?
The lows. Again, I thought with a white jersey, it would kind of look good with white shoes and the white hat. I was just trying to do that. This would be better if this was Carolina blue, but I can't find that anywhere. Michael, if you could, throw me a bone, send me a white hat with a Carolina blue Jumpman on it, that'd be great.
Hopefully
and then
you're watching.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get him on here someday. Okay, and then my third favorite pair is the Jordan 11 Concord lows. So I have the highs, but I don't have the lows. I have the black patent leather that goes around.
I have one last question.
Okay, one final question.
When are we doing the Hey Sawbones challenge?
So he's asking about the challenge, which is going to be fun. So don't get changed. I'm going to do my recording with Anthony of this part of it, the question and answer part. And then when we're done, all 3 of you are going to come down and we're going to do the challenge. Okay?
Together?
We'll figure it out because I don't want to start any fights. The eye roll. Thanks, buddy. It was fun, right? Okay, round 3. And we have the OG, the first, the original Molly boy, Anthony James Molly, now with us. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. So, Anthony, as we start all the podcasts out, and as I started with your 2 younger brothers, we always kind of start with our guest. People want to know, who's Anthony James Molly, right? So let us know a little bit about you, your name, your age, where you go to school, and then we'll get into some cool questions. And this is kind of your main camera right here.
Hello, guys. My name's Anthony Molly. I'm 12 years old, and I go to Our Lady of Peace School in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Good stuff. So got to ask you a lot of the same kind of questions that I asked them. So in school, Our Lady of Peace, you're in 7th grade now.
Yes.
Big 7th grader, right? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite subject?
Probably science.
Okay. What do you like most about science?
The interesting stuff we get to do. Like sometimes we'll do labs.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You like doing experiments and things like that?
Yeah.
I always really enjoyed that. That was definitely one of my favorite subjects by far. It's funny because Luca, can you guess what his favorite subject is?
Math.
Bingo. You know what Tina's favorite subject is?
Math.
No, he first said recess, then he said gym.
That much.
Yeah, he didn't say lunch, but that's a good guess. What did he say? He really likes reading. So he likes to read. And I said he's got a lot like Papu, but like you and Luke are probably a lot more like me in terms of like our brains, how they work with math and science.
Yeah, I'm not the best at math, but if I got some time to do it, I can comprehend it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not, I don't get it first thing.
Yeah, but you're a quick learner and you work really hard. Definitely, you plug a lot of hours in at night doing your homework. Way more than I ever did. I applaud you. Love how hard you're working. Grades are important to you. Yep. I know that. You thirsty, buddy?
Sure.
So, hey, Sawbones Cup. Number 3. You guys are the first 3 guests that have ever received any of these. So kind of a cool. The first one that I opened with Luca, it exploded everywhere. Yeah, what's funny about that? I thought that he shook it up on me, and then he said, "No, Anthony did that." No, and I said, he goes, "No, it was actually Tino because you weren't even here. You were at Charbel's house when we first got these." So you got wings earlier, huh?
Yes.
From B Dubs.
Yes.
Yeah, we were Otis 12.
I'd rather have Otis 12, but
Yes.
it's okay.
There you go. So before we drink, you know what we
Shout
have
out to Otis 12.
to do? Otis 12.
Best wings in Erie.
I would agree. They're very, very good. Cheers. Salud.
Yep.
So you're our 3rd guest tonight that is quite the little athlete. You play multiple sports.
Yep.
Why don't you tell everybody the sports that you play?
All right. So I'll start off with my main sports to the ones that I'm not as focused on, but I really like them all. So first is baseball.
Was that your number one favorite sport?
Yes, I've been working really hard on that for the past. So I started off not a big guy, just wanted to try it. Never played t-ball. I wasn't the best because it wasn't the thing for me at the time. And then I quit for 2 years, went back at like 7, still didn't really care for it. And then 2 years later, I was inspired to play
What inspired you?
Jacob Milan.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So Jacob kind
And
of.
just like watching the Little League World Series made me kind of like it. And then you kind of introducing me to it a little.
So then you tried out for a travel team and you made it.
Yep.
I'll never forget at the beginning of that season. Number one, we were shocked and amazed that you made the team, right? Just
Yeah.
because you hadn't played in so long. But how hard you worked, and your goal at the beginning of the season, you wanted to be a pitcher,
Yeah.
and by the end of the season, you were a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, some of the best moments that I've ever watched you play in sports is when you're on the mound, because I feel like you thrive up there, right? Even if you're not playing well, maybe the pitches aren't coming. I was talking to Tino about that during his portion. You find a way to like not self-destruct, and you just kind of you're very grounded, and you seem very calm on the mound. Yes. And I'm proud when I see that. Very proud of you.
Sometimes pitching doesn't go my way, nor does it go for everybody else. But I can also play shortstop, second and third baseman.
Oh yeah, this past season you really ramped up your defensive game. I mean, shortstop, you were making some really good plays.
Like the 2 years or a year before that, I was stuck in the outfield the whole season, or sometimes pitching.
Yeah.
And like last in the batting order, or somewhere around there.
Just probably frustrating, right?
Yeah, but once I switched teams to the Steelheads, I got more opportunities. Thank you to the bomb shelter for helping me out with that.
Big shout out to the bomb shelter.
Yep.
Anthony Santoro, right?
Yep.
You worked hard. You go there. Now you were there this week or last week, right?
Yeah.
You're going
First
again.
time back in 2 months because I just have had a lot of work to deal with, but
Like schoolwork.
yes, but I'm going to start getting back into the groove.
Yeah. Plus, I think it's important too because it's easy to get burned out of something, right? If you just
Yeah.
go. So I think it was very healthy for you to take a couple months break, focus on school, and now it's back at it, right?
Yep.
Get back in the gym, start working, getting stronger, getting faster, throwing harder, and hitting harder.
Yep.
What other sports do you play?
So I also play flag football. It's not like anything serious, but I enjoy watching football and playing football in the yard with my brothers and with my dad, my cousins,
Neighbors.
neighbors.
Yeah, we have a lot of football going on in this backyard. You guys have worn out that patch.
Yeah.
And we're never growing grass on that patch
No.
again. It's home plate. It's where the quarterback stands.
Yep.
It's the batting
The
box.
wiffle ball, batting box.
It's everything.
Yep.
So you also play basketball. You had your first
Yep.
game yesterday. Had a nice game.
Mm-hmm.
4 points.
Yeah.
Hit a couple jumpers.
Yep.
What else? You play golf.
I play golf in the summer, which wasn't ever really too big to me, but you inspired me to play that because like I didn't really enjoy golf during like the summer, and then once I like went out to the driving range with you, you'd like instruct me. Not saying you're not the best golf player, but you're like
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, you are pretty good.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh. Oh, he's pointing to the club championship up there.
Yep.
I mean, I was good for a day,
Yeah.
which sometimes it's all that matters, right?
I mean,
big
the
game.
Masters, they can be good for a few days, and
Yeah.
they could be. So,
Other than that, I'm average at best, but I enjoy playing, and I'm happy to say that I inspired you to try another sport because you've got a nice little golf swing. Your golf swing's better than my golf swing, and you've only been playing for like a couple years now.
Yep.
So what else? We talked about like favorite food. What's your favorite food?
Probably. I'm not like the biggest food guy, but I really like anything chicken or pasta.
So say you're on a desert island, right? Your plane crashes and you swim and you can only eat one food for the rest of your life, or as long as you're on the desert island and you have no idea how long you're going to be on the desert island. What would it be?
Well, actually steak too, but
So you can pick one meal. So you got to pick wisely, right? You don't want to pick something that you're going to get sick of. And regardless of what you pick, you're going to get sick of it eventually. But if you had to pick one thing.
All right, I don't know if this is cheating for it, but I'd have steak as my main entree.
Yeah, I'll give you a side dish.
And on my side dish, I'll have some pasta.
Ooh, wow, you're getting
with
a little...
some chicken Alfredo in it too. I mean,
now I think you're cheating, but that's actually a really good plan, right? You get your steak, you get your chicken, you get your pasta, and some days if you're not feeling the pasta, you just eat your chicken and the steak.
Yep.
And some days if you're not feeling the steak, you just eat your chicken Alfredo and pasta, and you can mix and match, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So what is your superpower? You know, I didn't ask the other boys this, but I ask a lot of my guests, like, if you had like one best quality about Anthony Molly that makes you unique and special and successful.
Let me think.
I'll give you an example. Mine.
Yeah.
Mine is like just my grit and determination, right? So like I was never the smartest.
Yeah,
I was never the most athletic. I was smart. I was athletic, but I wasn't the guy that could run the fastest, jump the highest, any of those things. But my work ethic and my determination and grit, and to like never ever give up was
like,
kind of.
I'm not the easiest going person. I can be sensitive at times.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive too.
Yeah, I'm.
He's
really
like, yeah.
sensitive. Like maybe if I'm like the encouragement to do several things at once, or just let's say I go to school. Everybody goes to school. Every boy and girl goes to school at the age of like 5 through
18. Yeah.
Or beyond that. And but like the encouragement to go to school all day, which everybody else does, like I said, but I'll go home. I might play some video games. I'll do my homework. Sometimes I'll come down here. Well, most of the time I'll come down and play mini basketball in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
My mom will set up an activity for me, like something to do, or like I can do several things. Like I can do way more than 2 things, and I'm not gonna get tired of it.
Yeah. You have a lot of energy.
Yes.
That's for sure. You always need to be doing something. And that's the beauty of everybody being different, right? Like Santino and you are very different. But you all like to play sports. He really likes to read, and he can honestly just sit down, chill, grab a book, and read for an hour. Whereas you are more like you like to go. You like to go places. You like to be on the go. You like to be what's next? Like you're again, a lot of energy. And then Luca, he's probably a little blend of you and Tino. So, but maybe that's a little bit like me. Although I can definitely rest.
Yes.
But I almost feel like I have to rest because I go, right? Like my work. I'm waking up early in the morning to do the gym a couple days a week. And, whether it's dinner meetings or coaching you guys in various sports, just there's always something. I like to be busy myself. So, we travel quite a bit as a family.
Yes.
What has been your top 3 places that you've ever traveled in your life?
All right. So, number 1 is either Sedona, Arizona, or Italy. So, Italy was like a lot of different things you could do there. Like, it's all very similar, but the architect is so much different than America. Like, if you were to go to Rome and see the Colosseum, and if you're like in Erie, Pennsylvania, where we are right now, to go see the Erie,
maybe St. Peter's, or not St. Peter's, but
the Erie Sports Center. What's that called? Where the Otters play.
oh yeah, Erie Insurance Arena.
Erie Insurance Arena, where you could like maybe see a wrestling match there or
So
something.
you're trying to compare 2 things that are kind of similar,
Yes.
but not really.
Like that is like a lot of cities in America have those kind of things, but when you're in a foreign country like Italy, it's not the same. It's so unique because everything is like so much older
Yeah.
than
One of
it
the
is
things
in
I
America.
definitely love about Europe in general is just like the culture is it's older.
Yes.
Historically, it's been around longer. There's more history, at least recorded history, right? People have been on, our continent for forever, but it's not as civilized, right, as Italy and the rest of Europe. So that's, you got Sedona and Italy kind of, well, I'll say they're number 1.
Yeah.
What about number 2 and number 3?
Number 2 is probably Michigan,
Ooh,
because
dang.
I'm like,
Little glove love right there,
Yeah.
right? Oh, sorry, got to do this way. The mitten. So Detroit, we lived in, where did we live?
I don't know.
Milford. Yeah. Little up, kind of halfway between downtown Detroit and like East Lansing, where Michigan State is. So what do you like about Detroit?
I like the city a lot, and in many states, I'll enjoy the city, but I just like seeing my cousins, and like the people are really nice there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's whenever I go by myself for like a weekly trip to see my grandparents and cousins, it's just unique because not saying other people ruin what I do daily, but I sometimes need a break. And it's like really relaxing there.
Yeah.
Because like if I don't feel like going to my cousins one day, I can always just relax
Yeah,
at my
yeah,
grandparents
papoose.
and watch TV or something.
Yeah. So that's number 2. What about number 3?
Probably Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been to Florida, multiple different cities, different times, whether it was kind of the Orlando area to do Disney stuff.
Magic is looking good this year.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's off topic, but
What's their record?
14-5.
Yeah. I mean, they're actually better than the Warriors right now in terms of their
They're
record.
the best, second best,
In the East?
behind the Celtics.
Celtics. Yeah. So I guess your favorite sports teams.
All right.
Let's do football first.
I'm going to get a lot of bandwagon from this, but I don't really care. So, Steelers, because we're in Pennsylvania, or I could like the Eagles, but I don't want to be called a bandwagon for that.
Plus, you're a Steeler.
Yeah. Tough loss today, but,
Ooh.
I'll have a tough week.
The Cardinals game was today. That'll give you a little bit of.
Yeah. Like
This
the
is
Browns.
Sunday night.
The Browns, I think they lost to the Rams too, but just tough week for the AFC North.
Yeah, I'm glad that the Browns lost, though. Right, kind of keeps us. I think they lost. Maybe they didn't.
Yeah, I don't think it's over yet,
Okay.
but they probably lost.
Good odds are, right?
And the Bengals are probably going to lose. Who are they playing?
Who are they playing? Is it their bye week?
Might be. And is it the Ravens
Or-
bye week too?
Oh yeah, because Do the Chiefs play the Packers tonight?
Tonight. That'll be a good game, honestly.
You
Because,
think?
I mean, Jordan
They're
loves,
in
Jordan loves
Green
starting
Bay.
to get together.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's starting to know his wide receivers more. And
It's in Green Bay. If it was in Arrowhead, I would say it's going to be a blowout.
yeah, but I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make a score.
Get ready, Vegas.
Okay.
Well, this game will have already played out and
All right.
be done by the time.
You have to subscribe if I get this right.
Okay. Let's hear it.
All right. I've got a feeling it'll be 28-24. Chiefs win.
Chiefs win.
Chiefs win. Yeah.
Okay. So I was starting to think you were going to go with Green Bay, but you think it'll be a good game, but you think Chiefs will pull it out.
Yeah.
28-24. You got that right there, Jay. If you could put his predicted score, and then by the time you edit this, we'll know the actual score and put it down below that.
My other prediction would be just reverse it, where the Green Bay wins. That's my second prediction. And if
How many predictions are we doing here?
I don't know. But if I get that right, you have to like it at least,
Okay. So if he gets the first one right,
you
have to subscribe. I think you should just subscribe anyways.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So that's your football. So who's your favorite basketball team?
Basketball, I'm going to get a lot of bandwagon for this,
It's okay.
but the Celtics.
So, again, we talked a little bit last with Tino's, I won't call it an episode because your guys' is all an episode, but his segment of the episode about the little guys trip that we do each year. So last year, Tino and I went to Charlotte and we saw the Charlotte Hornets play the Boston Celtics. Anthony and I, hey buddy, went to the Windy City.
Oh, yeah.
We got to see a great game between the Bulls and the Phoenix Suns, and you're kind of a Devin Booker fan, and obviously I'm a lifelong Bulls fan. Not that there's anybody on that team that I really root for, because I like a lot of players. Like Steph Curry is my favorite current player. But just to go to the United Center, we got to meet John Paxson's son, who had all of his championship rings out there.
Got some pictures with finals.
Yep,
Trophies.
all the championship trophies. Right?
I got Zach LaVine's autograph
Yeah,
on a Devin Booker jersey.
on a Devin Booker jersey. How much would that be worth?
$10.
Yeah, maybe. But this year, and then Luca and I, we went to a Pirates game this summer, which was really cool.
We should recreate it like what we did. Like
Like
most
some
of the
photos?
things we did.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. In the Boston Garden.
So this upcoming year, Tino's is first.
Like,
we're going to
Maybe get a jersey and then get autographed.
Oh boy, he's putting the pressure on camera. So Tino and I are going to San Francisco. He's been wanting to ask to see Steph Curry play in the Warriors forever, and I think those days are numbered. So we weren't able to make it to the Cleveland game because we were out of town.
We got Pistons tickets like against Warriors. How long ago? Like 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was the COVID year.
Yep.
Right, 2020, and that had to
Got
get canceled.
canceled.
Yeah, but we did get to.
We made
up for
it up for the Steelers game. Our
Yeah.
first Steelers game.
Yeah, we did a Steelers game for that. We got StubHub credit.
Yeah.
But Tino and I are doing the Golden State Warriors in San Francisco, and they're playing the Mavericks. So we'll get to see Luka Doncic play and Steph, hopefully.
Pretty good this year. The Mavericks.
Oh, yeah.
They're
They're
fourth.
playing well. They had a tough game yesterday.
Did they win?
They had a 30-0 run in the fourth quarter, and they lost.
Against who?
The Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder.
They're dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
The Thunder. This is like your sports Swami over here, the predictor.
Might not be the best at athletics, but I know quite a bit.
You do know a lot about sports and shoes and fashion and things like that. And then our trip, we're going to
Boston
Garden. And we're also seeing the Mavericks play out there. So it'll be interesting because Kyrie played for the Celtics, and I think they are going to boo him out of the Garden.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge Kyrie fan, but
Is he still on the Mavericks?
yeah, yep. Who knows? He'll probably be injured or something like that game. But and then what about baseball? It's your number one sport.
Probably. I love to play the sport. I like to watch the sport. Like the playoffs is big to me, but the team I root for the most is probably I like the Astros.
Good team to like. Know you had an Astros hat. I think you had a Altuve jersey, didn't you? So we've talked about food. We've talked about travel. We've talked about sports. Christmas is coming up. And we just had Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I asked the other boys, what's your favorite food at Thanksgiving?
Probably the mashed potatoes and gravy.
You like mashed potatoes and gravy. Do you like stuffing?
It's okay, but
Yeah.
not the biggest fan.
What about turkey? You like turkey?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Depends who makes it.
I guess my
Like
next.
some years I'll like it, but some years it won't be.
Yeah,
nice.
you want to make sure it's nice and moist. Just maybe pull that in a little bit closer to you. There you go. Good. And with Thanksgiving, we always kind of think, what are we most thankful for? So, Anthony, what are you most thankful for in the world?
God.
That's awesome. Number one. Got your priorities straight there.
Yep.
What do you love about God?
Whenever I'm going through a tough moment, he always will guide me through to the right. I want righteousness and he'll get me there.
Yeah.
Wherever I need to be. It'll take, even if it takes 20 years, I guarantee you he'll get you somewhere.
Yeah. Wow. That's powerful. That's profound. And again, when I talk about like my hierarchy of what's most important and where my focus needs to be, it's always needs to be God, we, like my wife, Karen, and I, and then us, our family. And it's important for me not to skip. You can't go to yourself first. And it's always got to be that higher power. So God for me. And then you can't skip yourself either, because if you're not good yourself, you're not good for your kids, your family, you're not good for your spouse, whether it's your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be, life partner. So I went to church this morning. It was the first Sunday in Advent. They lit the first Advent candle, and it was a good message, homily, and just it was good seeing, other families there that we know and getting Eucharist, and we're Roman Catholic and we're proud of it. And
Yep.
so, what questions do you have for me?
All right. Could I get like a timeline, like where you started, like some big moments in your life, like starting
So
off from when you're
November 9th, 1978, I was born in Meadville, Pennsylvania. I grew up in Townville. Went to went to elementary school and junior high and high school at Maplewood senior high school and the elementary school. After that, I graduated in 1997, so well before you were born. I went to Mercyhurst College from 1997 to 2001. Majored in sports medicine pre-med, so I was an athletic trainer, but also took pre-med courses. I then decided to go to medical school. I was at Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine from 2001 to 2004. So 4 years there. First 2 years were all in the classroom. My third and fourth years were clinical rotations. So we would go out and do different, 4 to 6 week rotations, different fields of medicine like primary care, pediatrics, emergency medicine, general surgery. You could do electives. So I did electives in sports medicine. I did electives in orthopedic surgery. I think I did, what else did I do? Like rural and underserved medicine, things like that. And then I moved to Metro Detroit in 2005 after I graduated from medical school, and I did a 5-year orthopedic surgery residency from 2005 to 2010. Met Mommy in the fall of 2005 in Detroit. We dated for, I met her like October of 2005. We married in May of 2008. So like 3 years, 2.5 years of dating. After residency in Detroit, 2010, we moved to Columbus, where we had our first child. His name's Anthony James Molly, born in Columbus, Ohio, at Westerville Hospital. So that was 2011, February 2nd, Groundhog's Day. One of the proudest, happiest days of my life. Definitely one of the proudest, happiest days of Mommy's life. We then moved back a couple months later in July to Metro Detroit. We lived there from 2011 to 2015, fall. In October 2015, we moved to Erie, Pennsylvania, and we've lived in this house since then.
Yep.
So is that a pretty good summary?
Yep.
Okay. Then we had Tino, 2012. We were still in Michigan at that point. And then Luca was born in the spring, May of 2015, and he was 6 months old or so when we moved here.
Yep.
So what other questions?
Probably your favorite sports teams too.
So obviously for football, it's the Steelers.
Yep.
I don't mind the Bills. I like to support local. Always have, always will. But so for football, I'm like a very loyal geographic guy, right? And I'm Steelers, always will be Steelers. And again, I like the Bills. I like Josh Allen. I just feel like as an organization, they're due. They've had a rough year this year, especially with high expectations out of the gates. But I think they're going to be a team to be reckoned with for the next couple of years. I think the Steelers, they're painful to watch this season. Their offense, particularly the defense, is, has moments of greatness and moments of frustration. A lot of penalties today. Basketball always was a huge Bulls fan, obviously because of Jordan. And basketball is a sport for me. It was my main sport playing. It's my main sport I love watching. So I like to see athletes, and I like to see really, really good basketball players and really good team basketball. So some of my favorite teams of all time were obviously the 1990s Bulls, because they were very successful and they played well together as a team, and they had the best basketball player that ever walked on the earth or ever probably will walk on the earth in Michael Jordan.
Fraser Wembanyama.
I don't know about that. He's pretty good, but I liked the Kings for a while there back in the early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah, they had an exciting style of basketball when they had like Chris Webber, Peja Stojakovic, Doug Christie, White Chocolate, Jason Williams, Vlade Dottie, he likes to potty.
Bob
Big Shot Ori played for the Lakers.
Bob Cousy?
Bob Cousy played for the Celtics way back in the 50s or 60s.
Who was it? It was Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby. He was their point guard for a period too. Yep, for sure. Yeah, him and Jason Williams were both there kind of around that same time, but they were just a real fun team to watch. Yeah. And then, I liked the Suns for a period of time too, because they were just fun. When Steve Nash played for them, Sean Marion played for them, Amari Stoudemire. Well, this was after he was there, but they had a very up-tempo, fast-paced style of play.
Yeah.
And then I liked the Spurs. They were very, very fundamental.
Yeah.
I was a huge Manu Ginobili fan. Tony Parker was good. Tim Duncan, ultimate fundamental player.
Tim Hardaway?
No, Tim Duncan.
Penny Hart. Wait, that's Magic.
Yeah. David Robinson, but Manu Ginobili was probably one of my favorites of all time. He was just like very scrappy, played super hard all the time. Reminded me of a local legend here, Justin Schaus. Played at McDowell, played at Mercer's. He was on the ground all the time. He was given 110 effort all the time. And then the most recent kind of team that I've really gravitated towards, and you would say, well, these are all successful teams. You're a bandwagon. No, I just like the style of play. They move the ball. They use each other. It's not one-on-one basketball, because there's other teams like I can't stand watching
Lakers.
James Harden play. It's too much dribbling. I really like the Warriors though, and have for the past probably 8 years, just because Steph, he's my favorite player since Michael Jordan individually. Love his style of play. Love the three ball. Klay Thompson has his role. They've always just had Draymond has his role. He's never going to light up the stat sheet.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so those are my main sports. Baseball. I mean, I like going to games, but I'm not like a diehard. When I lived in Detroit, I liked the Tigers, and they were good back then. They were exciting to go watch. They had Verlander, they had Max Scherzer,
Dang.
Maglio Ordonez, Miggy.
Yeah, Miggy Cabrera.
Yeah.
Can't forget him.
Yep. So, well, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about our shoes, and then we're going to do the Sawbones Challenge.
All right. Okay.
So what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Jordan 1 Concords.
Same pair Luca was wearing tonight.
Yep.
What do you like about those shoes?
I really like the texture.
Yeah, the patent leather.
Yes. Like a lot of people like you've probably heard of them, the Panda Dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like these because they're basically a different style of those, but in a Jordan. And I really like the bottom of the shoe because it's like
it's got
an
the Carolina
ice
blue, right? Yeah, it's kind of icy Carolina bluey, but yeah, it's a classic shoe. That's the one shoe that we pretty much, you and I have the same shoe.
Yep.
Of. I'm wearing the Air Jordan 1 Low Taxis. Again, just kind of coordinate it with the Ben Roethlisberger jersey, right? And you're wearing Troy Polamalu jersey. So,
yeah.
Well, what else? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Probably.
Because you're 12, so you'd be like a junior in high school.
In high school.
8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade.
In high school, I'll
you'll
probably
be a senior in
be
5
playing
years.
baseball.
Yeah.
In high school.
You could go to college.
Maybe small D3.
Yeah.
D2.
What do you want to study in college? Any idea yet?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Like I want to be a businessman.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd be pretty good at that too.
Like I'm a big card guy, like sports card collector. I like to collect cards.
Yeah.
And I'd always just want a memorabilia store, and I just sell jerseys, like boxes, like a whole room full of boxes of cards. And
it's a pretty cool
shoes, like
a collectibles type
yes.
thing. Yeah, you'd be good at that too. Well, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy Sunday evening, taking time away from the kids, the wife. You probably have family dinner on Sunday nights that you probably have work tomorrow that you got to get to and all that. But love you, buddy.
Love you.
Okay, it's been a lot of fun. And stay tuned because next we've got the Sawbones Challenge. And I think in order to avoid any World War IIIs, we're probably going to do individual Sawbones challenges. But we're going to catch this and record it tomorrow because I want to go watch some Chiefs and Packers.
Yeah.
You want to go do that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go do
play
that.
a quick game of big. Quick game.
Maybe. We'll see.
Right. Okay.
We'll catch you for the Sawbones Challenge in a little bit.
All right. See you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Here we go. Sawbones Challenge. First of 3. I'm going to be 3-0 at the end of this. You want to go first? You want me to go first? All right. He's going first. Big Lou. Whoa. Between the legs. Jumper. Off the ceiling. I'm going to take you old school. Kareem. Skyhook. Keep it down over there. Get it going. All right. See what you got, Lou. Kobe. Whoa. Slipping. Daddy Sawbones with the answer. Oh, look. Whoa! It's down. Sorry. There we go. Turn around. Right there. Whoa! ceiling. Get your ball. Get it. Dunk it. Oh! He gets it. P to P. The window's open. PI. Game! Oh. Oh. PI, PI. I have a PI, right? Game! Good game. Come here. Good game, good game. Next up, Santino Molly. Match number 2, and I'm 1-0. Santino, Tino, Molly. Yep. Ooh, I needed that. PP. PI. Oh! I got things. Oh! Good game.
Okay, we should do a bracket.
1-1. No. Match number 3. I'm 1-1.
About to be 1-2.
Wow. Ooh, lost my footing. Over the defender. Oh.
Clear for launch, clear for launch.
He's not winning. Blair, you're not supposed to be in the video, young bull. You literally got clapped.
Yep. Game. Game. Woo! Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Good game.
I need to play again. Can we do?
Good game.
Can we do more?
Sawbone challenge. Basement style. Molly boys. Merry Christmas. Well, I have loved some fishing in the outdoors where I'm free. It's where I spent my time before I hurt my hip and my knee. When that doctor asked me, son, how'd you get in this condition? I says, hey, soft bones, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. I wanna know, doc, why do you think I got some pain in my joints from years of playing hard in this life that's too short? When that doctor asked me, son, how'd you get in this condition? I says, hey, soft bones, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me all about it, doc.